Mr. Cam Heyward, captain of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not the captain, because we know we have Big Ben, but he's the defensive captain. Has been there for how many years now? But this week he was doing his media runs, talking to was it
NFL
Network, Good Morning Football, and things like that. And obviously they were asking him about how his offseason was going, the Pittsburgh Steelers, more importantly, Ben Roethlisberger, and some of the comments that he made in terms of. Can
you see it good enough? Because I got it. It's up to you.
Okay, because I'm super zoomed in over here and I'm struggling to see, bro. So if you got it, definitely read that, bro. Please.
So he made a nice comment about Big Ben.
Oh, here we go. I should have known. See, this was the seven gods doing this to my eyes because I knew you were going to go here. Let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead. I feel like the first thing you're going to say is the nice part.
Oh, I think the whole thing's nice. I don't see anything. I don't see a downside to any of this at all.
Go ahead. All right. We'll talk.
Yeah, I'd like to hear your take on it. So we know he's an explosive quarterback that can throw the ball all over the field, but I think around him, we've just got to be complimentary, whether it's on offense, defense, special teams. Ben's still got the goods. Anyone that tells you otherwise that haven't really looked at football, that's always a great comment. Whenever someone gives you a take you don't like, you don't watch the game. You don't watch football.
No. You're a casual. You're just a casual, bro. You're a casual.
I love that. You give that guy a good running game and tell him he doesn't have to throw the ball 50, 60 times, he's going to be that much more dangerous. And I think we're looking forward to that. It's going to be pretty good, longevity-wise, if he wants to keep playing. Dude, these quotes are amazing. You got everything, man. He's saying he can make all the throws, explosive quarterback. We got all the pieces around him to be complimentary. Give him a good running game. That's what we've been asking for. He doesn't have to throw the ball 50, 60 times. In my opinion, I think he can if we need it. But if we're playing...
Well, technically, you just disagree with Cam, so you don't know football.
What do you mean?
Cam said he doesn't need to throw it more than 50 to 60 times. You said he can.
I still think he can't. He doesn't. No. He said he doesn't have to.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he's right. You don't have to, especially if we bring in Najee Harris. We improve the offensive line. So is it running game going off? Najee Harris, 1,500 yards on the ground. Ben throwing the ball. What'd you say? 20, 25? I'm good. We can go 25 to 35 in my opinion. But
all right.
And then you see right here, it's going to be pretty good longevity wise if he wants to keep playing. So these quotes they hit every box. They checked everything.
All right. Now, I wasn't surprised by Cam's comments. He said what he had to say as the captain. That's what he's supposed to do. But I did find it a little bit funny though with some of the comments though, in the sense of, I know initially for you looked at it as straight confidence, straight positivity, all love. For me, I was just thinking to myself, I've known Cam for a while now, since 2014 when I got here. Heard him do a ton of interviews. Heard him talk about 7 a lot. We've all talked about 7. You know, I've never heard him say that 7 needs this and 7 needs to not do that in order for 7 to be good. Usually 7 is just 7. We don't care if 7 throw it 60 times or not. 7 is 7. But to hear Cam talk about the importance of this running game and the importance of the surrounding cast and the importance of Ben not throwing it 50, 60 times, to me, I'm like, I feel like he's confident, but I feel like he's also starting to see some stuff, man. Because I've never heard him talk like that about 7. I've never heard him say 7 needs to reduce his passing attempts. I've never heard him say that we care about a running game. It's always just 7 is 7. And he knows football because he said if I don't agree with him, then I don't know football. So technically he is right. So I'm just trying to figure out, Deke, is 7 declining?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
Dude, but
why is Cam saying this then? We've never heard Cam say this.
He's an explosive
We've never heard no one say this.
That can throw the ball all over the field.
No, we don't care about throwing it, completing it all over the field. That's what we're looking for. Can he complete it all over the field?
He can. I mean, he would have had
a high clip, man.
He would have had probably around 70% without those drops last year.
I mean, I hear you, but the drops happen and the incompletions happen, so they all just kind of lumped in there. I mean, what's going on here? Is Cam okay?
No, I'm not seeing this negative spin at all.
It's not negative.
50, 60 times is a lot for any quarterback.
You said not for Ben, though.
He could throw it as many times as he... Like, I told you this, like the last podcast. I don't care how many times he throws as long as we're winning games. If that means it is 30 times, Najee Harris is getting the ball 20, 25 times, we're winning games, Ben looks good. That's all I care about. Okay. If it's Ben throwing it 50, 60 times and we're winning, I don't care. I just think he can do that, but we know football, and we talked about this with Brady and the Bucs last year. You talk about it with a lot of teams that win Super Bowls, to have balance on offense is always going to be a good thing. I don't think that takes away from Ben's ability at all.
Yeah.
We had the worst running game last year. Like, we need to improve that. Like, that's just a fact.
I just feel like, man, it's a lot of finger pointing around everybody else. And that's my only thing. I'm just like, I feel like the one constant is still there. So that's going to be the part where we're going to get these answers. But either way, the thing that I also was interested in, about, though, was when he was talking about the run game and more so talking about Najee. And we're hearing everybody talk about the importance of a running game, how that's going to ultimately save this offense, right? Not what 7 can do, what Najee can do to save this offense. And it got me asking myself, are we jumping the gun a little bit in terms of the expectations and what we're going to be requiring from Najee? Just think about that. Like I had a person tell me he needs to get 30. Oh, no, that wasn't me. No, Cam said that. In fact, read the rest of it. Cam says Najee needs 30, 40 touches a game. I'm like, bro, what? Like,
yeah, I don't have that quote pulled up.
But you saw that same quote. You're aware of that quote. Are you aware of that quote? Because
he was talking very highly of Harris.
Yes, and
very
for
highly.
me, I'm just like, I understand we want.
He said 30 to 40 times, I think.
Yes, and I'm like, I understand we want to minimize Ben. I'm with you on that. But to ask Najee for 30, 40 touches, bro, Derrick Henry isn't getting 30, 40 touches a game. Like, that's a ton. So I'm asking myself, are we going to be asking too much for Najee early on? Like, is that potentially what we're running into, that trap?
Well, maybe he's speaking in hyperbole a little bit there. Maybe he's just amped up about Harris.
How do you see, though, why I'm over here just like Will spinning here? Like, something, like, it can't be this. If this is that, like, if 7 is 7, man, Najee ain't getting 30, 40 touches. That ain't working. And if he's getting 30, 40 touches, then something ain't happening right over here. I just don't feel like both of those things can be mutually exclusive.
Cam doesn't run the offense, though.
But Cam said Cam knows football.
He does know football.
And if you disagree with Cam, then you don't know football. You casual?
I don't think him saying to have a guy that can run the ball 30, 40 times. I don't have the. Should I look up the quote? I think what he's saying, he has that ability. Okay. Like, we could run the offense through Harris if we need to, a la Le'Veon Bell versus the Titans back in, like, when was it? Like 2016. He got like 30 carries, over 200 yards. The Bills game where he had over 300 all-purpose yards. Like, I think that's what he's saying with Harris. He has that type of an ability. So maybe, I don't want to say you're looking into it or spinning it one way.
Aren't you spinning it one way?
I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to. Maybe the comments aren't that deep. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. I think it's just more of hyping up Harris and how good he is.
I just figured.
I don't think that's like the statement of like, this is what we have to do for this season.
Full transparency. I just figured whatever you was gonna come in here with, I was gonna absolutely go against it.
Oh, really?
That was my energy. I'm just throwing it out there because I can't see it. I was upset.
No way.
I said whatever he says, I'm going against it. I don't care. You could have came here and be like, yo, I don't really agree with Kim, man. I think that Ben needs to lower this down, but I like the Najee part, but I don't like this. You could have came here and said that and been like, no,
said Ben needs
to throw more, bro. Like Ben can do that. All right. That was gonna be my vibe today. Okay. Because I can't see. All right, I'm just, like, it's not cool, bro.